Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News, and I have the pleasure to be joined by promoter Ben Shalom. I mean, massive fight June the 15th, Chris Billam-Smith versus Richard Riakporhe, mate.
Huge, obviously a fight that's been talked about for a long time, but to get it over the line in this fashion at a stadium like this, pretty special. Going to be a great night, a festival-like atmosphere, and something I'm really looking forward to. Obviously two guys that we worked for a long time, and just seeing Richard go, and delighted that look, Chris Billam-Smith got his dream last year. Richard Riakporhe gets his dream this year. Both of them changing their lives, and that's what it's all about.
Definitely, I do want to touch on the undercard as well. I mean, Ben Whittaker and Arenyeka, I mean, it's getting a bit spicy up there. I wouldn't have liked to be where you were sat, Ben, but talk to me about that fight and how it's come about.
Look, we saw how it came about. I think it got to the point where I think Ben's team came to us and said, look, the guy's talking so much, he's got 10 knockouts, he's unbeaten, he's going to try and take Ben's head off, let's do it. And so he's come to the press conference. I was actually a bit of concern when he started, because he was quite, suddenly he wasn't saying anything, but then obviously Ben got going and it sparked off. But that's what Ben needs. I want him to have fighters coming in that don't like him, that want to take his head off, because he's going to have to get used to it. He's got a bounty on his head now, and he's in a great position.
Definitely moving away from this card, just a couple of fights that have been talked about, but we haven't seen too much update from. First one is Natasha Jonas versus Mikaela Mayer, the rematch. Is that fight likely to be next?
I believe so. Obviously, tried for this card, hasn't quite got over the line, but I believe it's a fight that I'd like to see. Ultimately, it takes both fighters to agree terms, but it's definitely a fight that's being talked about.
Definitely, and the next one as well, Adam Azim versus Harlem Eubank as well. That was kind of, I think last time we spoke you said June. Obviously this is a fight date in June. Do you think that could land on this card?
Only reason really it's not is Adam has had a little niggle since he's come back from Ramadan, so we'll find a date and venue that suits both fighters.
Perfect, we'll look forward to seeing it, and that's the last one from me, Ben Shalom. No worries, thank you very much.